Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm going to go ahead and just start up this replay. Single siege tank with a couple marauders trying to sit outside our front door. More banshees now trying to push in. These banshees are not going to be nearly as effective as they were originally. I am currently running off of 6 warp gates. Taking a look at the income, I am mining at about 1,000 minerals a minute compared to the two of them who are mining about 600 and 700 each. So there is a definite disconnect in terms of how much we are mining. Banshee is now trying to come in, able to just push in on these extractors. Hydra is now trying to move back over, and those Banshees once again trying to push back away as those Banshees realize that they cannot stay and they cannot really fight back against a large group of Hydralisks. There is also a single array tower here, so that array tower will be able to shoot down any of these units. I am a little concerned about pushing out with any of these colossi. I could try to go back and go around those units, as that would work out fairly well. I am also producing pylons over here, as I want to get some cannons in position in order to push back any banshees if they do try to press into my main base. Coming back over here, those pylons finishing warping in. Single colossi have upgrades. Have that 9 range upgrade. I thought I started building forges, but no forges just quite yet. A couple banelings sitting in that position, and a couple immortals as well. So those immortals going to be a very strong counter to this very heavy armored attack force. Hydralisk once again being able to shoot that air, and we have a couple of Zerglings Zealots now moving out, and I really want to push out, but in comes a very large number of Banshees once again. I have a single observer, and I'm trying to shoot down some of these Banshees, but those Banshees are in fact able to focus down these Stalkers. Wow. Focus down those Stalkers now being, or those Banshees being forced to push back away, and those Banshees disengaging their cloak in order to try to regenerate some of that energy. Some Marines sitting out over here, more Banshees still being produced, so it is a ground and air army coming in. More Banshees coming in on that backside trying to take out my drone, so those Banshees just harassing me so quickly. Taking a look at my Harvesters, I'm down to 32 Harvesters. At one point I was into that 50 range, now trying to move some of these units away, and Stalkers now trying to able to focus down some of these units, so a little bit more of an even fight. I'm able to push back those Banshees being forced to move away once again, but now we have a very comparable force sitting outside our base, and it is going to be very difficult for us to be able to take those units out. Banshees now moving back out, taking a look over at that main base right now, or this front door. We haven't, my partner has in fact tried to push out. Oh, come on. This is pretty bad. Tried to push out and was able to push down with those Hydralisks and those Zerglings, finishing off, taking out a lot of those siege tanks. Banshee is trying to come up, trying to finish off the rest of that army. Another array tower being brought in key, and now moving in with those Banshees once again. We have a single Queen able to start shooting down. That Queen going to get focused down very quickly. Down goes that Queen, so those Banshees dealing a lot of damage, and those units now trying to move back out. Immortals now coming in with those Stalkers, trying to just, with charge, able to close in that distance, start taking down those Marauders, and now some Colossi coming in from those backside, and able to just destroy the rest of that infantry army. Coming back over here, we still have a couple of Banshees left in this fight here right now, losing those Banshees very quickly, as those Banshees do not have that many hit points, only 130. Zealots and Stalkers now trying to come in. Perhaps they will be able to focus down the rest of these units. Gonna lose a couple Banshees. No, down, able to escape with 4 of those Banshees, as those Banshees are able to fly back. So the front door has pretty much been neutralized. Only a couple Marines and a couple Banshees on this front door, and we will in fact be able to push back out. Key now finally getting his natural expansion over here, calling down mules in order to try to regroup. Coming back over here on my side, I have 2 robotics facilities. I have double Nexus. The Nexus do in fact have plenty of chrono boost, and now I'm just trying to mass up a very large army, have a large number of Stalkers and a large number of Colossi. I try to push out, try to see what exactly is out there, and there is very little out here. So this single army force now trying to move back out. Stalkers quickly focusing down these Banshees. He's trying to take down my Colossi, but those Colossi am able to, at least 1 or 2 of the 3 were able to survive, as the rest of those Banshees are getting taken down. So units now moving out once again. I'm going to go ahead and just move across this map, have a single observer just in case I run into any Banshees, able to take down some more units. There's a couple medevacs sitting in this position. Wow, a couple medevacs sitting in this position. Down goes another medevac down to 3 hit points. There it goes. So an army of what 11 stalkers and 2 colossi. As I continue to just move around this map, my partner Gradius now moving out with some hydralisks as well, sitting on a large number of minerals. Should probably consider trying to get some additional gas, and he is now investing into hive tech. Stalkers now moving over here. I'm expecting them to have taken their natural expansion, so I want to just try to move in and try to take this down. Come in with those stalkers, and I blink up to that high ground and come in with those colossi, so I completely bypass that whole entire front door, and that was such a strong defensive point for Endo and what keeMacHwee. Yeah, keeMacHwee sitting over there. Siege tanks now trying to move back out, but I am now sitting on this high ground, and I am pretty well protected at this point. A fair amount of stalkers, colossi with a very, very large range, able to deal a lot of damage, and this colossi army with those stalkers are just going to be able to walk through this whole entire fight. Not much base defense. Hydral is sitting on the outside, perhaps waiting to see if there's any units continuing to push in, and now Hydral is trying to push in now, but Endo's still saving a lot of his units for that front door. My partner Gradius was hoping that those units would try to once again re-engage and try to take down this back force, but those units just getting destroyed so quickly. Colossi dealing 50 damage against those units, and down they go. So they're going to be able to take down Endo's orbital command, and Endo will be revealed, and just going to let that building burn down as it's down to 41 hit points. Just trying to move out, trying to take as much damage, deal as much damage, trying to take down all of these SCVs. SCVs getting destroyed very quickly. You can already tell Endo down to 0 workers, and keeMacHwee down to 16 workers as the rest of this fight continues on. Starport still trying to produce Banshees. Banshee is not a good counter towards Stalkers or these Colossi. Really should have been producing perhaps some more Siege tanks, perhaps some more Marauders, perhaps even some Medevacs in order to try to heal these units back up. Because of that damage upgrade on my Colossi and my Stalkers, I'm able to just really push in here without any real issue. No armor upgrades for Gradius, and now Endo has left the game, so that is going to be GG. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this 2v2 matchup. Not quite sure why my computer lagged the way it was. I did turn off hyper-threading on this particular instance, but still no luck. Once again, thanks.